I think I'm gonna head on up this way, see if I can find somewhere to make a little camp for the night. This will be my first overnight. I don't really have the stuff to be prepared for the weather, but I'm doing the best that I can here. Whoa! I like the idea of being deeper in the woods, so it's harder for me to go home. Actually, yeah, let's go see what we can find over here. Okay, how about these two? So, that tree there and this tree right here, I'll put a bed across between them. I'll have to clear up a spot here to have a fire. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get any rocks around it. Maybe I can run down to that pond. It's not too far away. Grab a few rocks, probably empty the backpack and throw a few rocks in the backpack and come back up. I have an extra sweater. This old rain jacket. If it starts to rain. If this works, I'm not sure. It's a bit squished up here. The butter tub. Cut slots in. There's two straight. Two are at an angle here. My phone can slide down into those and it'll act. It's kind of a tripod, the best I can do for now. So it'll be no trouble to get a fire going. I just got to get a pit for it. But first of all, I'm gonna try and see what I can do for a bed here. So I'm gonna go and see what I can find from all these deadfalls. See what are any good. Not too rotten. Alright. Not sure how well you guys can see here. Trying to do my best with the camera. But I'm gonna take this guy here. He's leaned right over, he knocked right over, and he's dead on the top anyway. Seems pretty solid, so I'm gonna try to take him. Hopefully he's not too rotten or anything. And the one right behind him that's standing up pretty straight, he's dead as well. So I'm gonna check him out and see how rotten he is, and we'll go from there. Try and get him down as far as I can. So I still got lots of length. I don't want to take the guard off. And there she goes. Pretty solid from there. Alright, so should have just measured beforehand, but I'm gonna run over and measure the length of the bed in saw lengths. Grab the hatch as well while I'm over there and come back and clean those guys off. Bed is about almost exactly three saw lengths long, so I'm gonna go about 3.5. Have a little overlap on each end. Yep, 6 with the Tommy. 2, 3. My tripod idea isn't perfect. Alright, that's gonna have to be good enough. So I got this stick marked 4 saw blades long. Cut her off here. That stick is in a dangerous location. You got a boat size to catch a spot. To the camp. And that's another one. Trying to get 2 shorter logs, but they can be a bit rotten if they had to be. And I might need more for this end than that end, but maybe I'll find some rocks or something if I'm lucky. Got the posts cut off and put in, but like I was afraid of, it is down a bit on this side, so my plan now is empty out the rest of the stuff in that and go for a quick hike down to the pond or wherever I find the closest rocks to and get a few, try and hopefully find a little bit clean since I'm putting them in the pack there. So get a few rocks and bring them back up here. Nothing too big, but a little bit to pile up under that and a little bit for the fire. Just like down to the pond here, got the pack emptied out. Was hoping to find some rocks, but not on this side of the pond anyway. So I actually made it around the pond after, around through that brook. The only rocks that I could find though are these ones here right on the side, but you're not supposed to take rocks from the water for fire because they crack. But that's all I can do for now. Oh my god, that's heavy. I'm finally back with a bag full of rocks. I don't know if you can see down in the dark down there. It's quite heavy. I couldn't find my way back. I thought I was closer to the path with this camp and couldn't find it at all. Well, the moose path. I shouldn't call it a path. But yeah, I could not find this place at all. Walking around for a while with that pack on my back is so heavy. And those straps. Those little straps, there's no belt strap or nothing. They cut right into your shoulders. But yeah, I'll put a few rocks under that log and a few rocks here, and then I'm gonna get some firewood and get a fire going, I think. Back corner's a bit wonky, but that should be good enough for now. One thing too that I forgot that's pretty important when you're setting up a camp, trying to get at the sun here, but when you're setting up a camp you want to look up. You see here, this tree is dead. It's the one that's right on the back. Now it's not huge, so it's probably not that big of a deal, and I think I'm actually just going to leave it there. If that falls on me it might hurt, but it's not going to kill me or anything. This guy, look at that thing. And he's just about to fall over by the look of the middle of him there. That guy is coming down because I don't want that coming down on me in the nighttime. done. Wasn't actually as much work as I thought it'd be. It's not too hard cutting those small trees. And as you can see, it's a lot wider than I need it to be, but I figured why not. Lots of trees around. So, yeah, that's it. But I'm going to put the tarp up behind because, like I said, it is supposed to rain at some point. Might even snow, but we'll see. But yeah, once I get the tarp up, then it's time to get ready for the fire. Got the tarp up, but it's a bit loose. There's if you can see those 2 grommets on the top, there's 2 more on the bottom as well. So I'm gonna get a little bit of string here. I'm gonna get some stakes and tie those back first of all. I'm not the best at tying up a tarp or anything. Probably could have just done it better initially, but that's the best I can do for now. That's where I'll be sleeping tonight, if I get to sleep. It's a bit cold already, but we'll see. Got the bed made there. The tarp is up. See how long it stays up. It's only a poly tarp too, so it might just rip apart, but we'll see. Got my little thin sleeping bag. I pushed it into the back there just so the fire doesn't burn too many holes in it before I go to bed. Long time before I sleep yet. I'm just getting everything ready. A few Pop-Tarts there, just trying to get some calories going. My foam spread out. If you notice under the end of the foam there, I put a little bit of moss. Yeah, the moss is wet and stuff, but water shouldn't pass through the foam at all. And that'll give me a little bit of a pillow there. Nice soft pillow. Hopefully that works. And I got the knapsack just thrown at my head as well, just to block a little bit of the wind. We'll see what happens later on. I may get some boughs or some sticks or something and do in the ends a little bit as well. That would help fix the tarp up as well, actually, but we'll see. For now, I'm after moving the fire pit once already, but I'm going to have to move it again. It's a little bit too close to the bed, I believe, especially with the poly tarp and my cheap sleeping bag and everything. So I'm just going to move it another foot or so to probably to the end of the rock that I dug out. That was under this stump. I got rid of the stump and everything that was there. Got the fire moved. Little bed of sticks put down there. Got a little bit of, only a very small amount of wood ready. Got another couple logs there, and like I said, there's trees everywhere, so I'll get on it while the fire's burning. Shouldn't be too much of an issue. So, got my base. Put some old man's beard. I got a bunch more in my pocket here. May as well burn it. And once I light that, that's going on top of it, and then those little sticks will start going on, then the bigger stuff. Hopefully some of it's dry enough to start burning. But I don't think it'll be much of an issue to have a fire going here now. So, just lighting it with a standard Bic. I don't have no ferro rod or anything like that. And as you can see, it's not very hard to get a fire going when you got that old man's beard everywhere. And if you look around, it literally is everywhere. So as long as it's not raining, getting it soaking wet, you pretty much got a fire wherever you go. Just let that burn down and get some coals going and get some water boiling. Get some food going. It's really not cold at all. As long as I'm doing anything at all, I'm warm, so Cold isn't an issue. It's still sunny, but it's not sunny here. You can see it in the hills, sun shining, but we're in the shade here. So it might be a good morning if it's clear. But as of now, I'm not seeing the sun no more here. But yeah, I'm just going to let the fire burn down. Hopefully it doesn't burn my little shelter here. You can tell the twigs and stuff are pretty wet. That should be blazing already, but even with the wet stuff, it's still going to burn. I don't have to touch it at all. Just keep adding more stuff to it, basically. Just drove a couple sticks into the ground there. Little pot holder. Gonna get the tin can out now, and I have to lower it a little bit further, but hopefully get the tin can out and get some water boiling. Something to eat, I guess. Okay, got her filled up and put on. Cut a little notch in the stick so she wouldn't slip around or anything. Like I said, I think it's going to have to go down a little bit, but get the fire going a little bit stronger for a minute first anyway. Get some heat going and burn that wet wood. It's about 7:30 now. The sun is starting to go down over the hill over there. So I don't have too much daylight left. Happy with what I was able to get done. The only other thing I'm doing tonight is getting firewood, most likely. So fire's burning away. Working on a little bit more firewood, but the water is certainly boiling. So what I've got, first of all, in this guy, some hot chocolate. Just gonna take that, pour that in there. Noodles. So I'm gonna cut those open. I'm gonna take this guy. I got a little bit of dirt on the inside, but that won't kill me. Use my strainer actually, see how that goes. I'm just gonna dump my noodles in. Oh, I forgot about the pack. And I'm actually gonna lay those back on for a minute. Let those boil for a few minutes, get cooked. But I'm gonna get a spoon and a fork and enjoy my food. Yeah, so getting a bit dark here now, but I'm just enjoying my noodles. Some hot chocolate down there. Just wanted to show you guys one of the problems here with having a fire like this and not being able to properly surround it. Maybe you can see on the edge there, the moss has been starting to burn. It just went out that time, but that was just flaming. So just got to be a little bit careful. Don't want that to spread its way through and start a forest fire or anything. But I'm going to be up for a long time yet, so I'll keep an eye on it myself. But yeah, so just enjoying my meal and got my headlamp here ready to go because it's getting pretty dark. You can hear the plane going overhead. I'm a long ways from getting back to people. Take me well over 2 hours to get back home. That's if I know the right way, so in the dark I'll just be going around in circles. So I'm definitely here for the night.